Hi, so my name is Celeste. I am here in this interview with Pito Pakeeto. It's a pleasure having the whole
You
band. So far, I haven't had the whole band in an interview yet, so that's nice.
Sick.
Uh, so now to get started, the first question. Now your band has a nice and interesting blend to it. You guys described as more of like having some black metal, some death metal, some crossover thrash, and hardcore with a bit of satire in your lyrics. Now, how do you guys balance this extreme aggression with the humor without, I guess, losing that credibility in the metal scene using the satire?
We have cred. I mean, that's just really us.
Yeah, I think it's just our personalities or just coming out.
Yeah, we just like to write sick music and funny lyrics.
Yeah, that's one thing that kind of made me want to jump in the band too, was just the rawness of everything. They want to be themselves, and that's kind of what I liked about the whole situation, especially coming in late.
Yeah, I guess a better follow-up question is what made you guys kind of have like this whole hodgepodge mixture?
Well, me and Jimbo have been jamming together since high school, so we've had a few different we've had thrash, hardcore, death metal, like whatever, ever since. It's been like 15 years.
Yeah, we even did metalcore, but we never recorded it. But we did do a metalcore
So yeah,
attempt.
the album we just put out, the Leviathan Lobster God, actually about 90% of the songs are like 10 years old, actually.
Wow, that's really interesting. It's also interesting because a lot of these bands, they kind of have like a same thing where it's like, oh, I've had this written for years, but I'm finally just releasing it. So it's really nice to see like it finally come to light in that sense.
Yeah, it felt
Speaking
really good releasing it because actually you can still listen to the demo on SoundCloud. There's no lyrics, but all the tracks are still there.
Speaking of your album, now it has like a interesting title to it. Now, I guess who or what is the lobster god to you guys, and what does it represent within, I guess, your band's mythos?
So during COVID, we're all secluded, spending way too much time on the internet, and I found this Facebook cult called Plans to Create and Worship a Leviathan Lobster God. And it's just this Facebook page that they just worship lobsters. And so the science behind it is that lobsters are immortal, like biologically. Don't they only die if they don't get killed by getting too big to molt out of the shell? So the cult is the cult of the molt, and we helped them molt. So eventually the lobster's just giant kaiju size. And we thought it'd be a funny theme for an album.
That is interesting. So are you saying that you're actively in this cult now?
I mean, I'm in the Facebook group.
Yeah, so Richie found the Facebook group, which is it's like a joke within itself, but there's real science behind it. Like he was saying, like they have an abundance of telomeres, so their DNA doesn't really degrade over time, which makes them immortal. And then the molting is really only limited to their environment or of course a predator like us. So they can become kaiju size. So we threw around the idea, and then we wrote the book of the cult of the molt. We have a whole grimoire, and we have a PDF of this that you can go click on and check it out. But it kind of lays the groundwork for a full on religion. It's like
Yeah.
purely satire,
We
but
we finished the album, and I'm like, oh, everyone in that I'm gonna post this to the Facebook group, and everyone's gonna love it. I got like 10 likes.
yeah,
Wow.
no.
Wow. Well, hopefully it'll pick up on it eventually.
Yeah,
Um,
I
Yeah,
don't know.
they'll come around.
yeah.
Maybe.
Now, you've released several EPs and full lengths, I guess, within a short time span since forming in 2023. Now, I guess what drives more of having this like higher output? And I guess how has your songwriting even evolved across these different releases?
Ooh, I don't know. I just get tired of playing the same thing over and over again. So each release we put out, we try to do like a different genre. So we get like a whole bunch of new songs to play, so we don't get bored. And then our live sets are like a mix of all our albums, so it's like kind of all over the place. But I think it keeps the crowd interested.
Yeah, the live sets are rough because we range from like this thrashy skater style to all the way to Leviathan Lobster God, which is very death metal, black metal driven. And then in between we have like just like power violence, hardcore, and then even like horror punk in there, which we honestly we don't even play the horror punk too much because the lobster kind of takes over a lot of it now. Yeah, dude, the Lorb. Hail the Lorb.
Praise
Yeah.
the Lord.
I'm surprised because with this, just from personal understanding, the scene, at least where you guys are in the area, like they had like pretty good horror punk. So I'm surprised that people aren't asking for that more.
Yeah, there's a ton of punk bands here, so we kind of like that's how we started, and then we kind of like
I think
now we're going more metal just to kind of be a little different, but we'll still live with the punk stuff too. So
Yeah.
I think
fun.
even saying a ton is sometimes saying like a little, a lot is because there's two. I mean, it's kind of the major sound out here. It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
popping. That's a major thing that's great right here too is that it doesn't just stick to punk or thrash. We go to like you said, death metal, black metal, stuff like that. That's what makes it more interesting to wanna, play it.
We've even started recording. Our next one's gonna be like Doom Stoner, so that's gonna be fun too.
Yeah.
That's cool. Now with some of your tracks, like Cult of the Mole, it mixes like comedy with having some dark imagery. Now, do you see satire as more of like social commentary or pure entertainment or like a mix of both?
I think most of our satire songs are mainly just to make us laugh.
Yeah. It's pure entertainment.
Entertaining
Yeah.
ourselves, really.
There's
So Jimbo will make fun of me sometimes that I forget the lyrics.
Sometimes.
yeah.
And then I'm like, dude, I'm up there singing about hamburgers and lobsters and shit. Like,
Quesadillas.
give me a break. Like I'm standing in front of all these people.
With the lyrics.
But yeah, the Cult of the Malt specifically, me and Jimbo were here recording. It was like 3 in the morning. We were trying to think of lyrics. I'm like, dude, just open the Bible, the lobster Bible we made,
Yeah.
and just like I'm gonna just come up with some quick lyrics, and then the whole background of the song,
Just read a
just
scripture.
read one of
Yeah.
the
Read a scripture out
verses.
of there really
Yeah,
quick.
I just did my best James Earl Jones that I could muster, and I just read like a couple of chapters over it, and then I think I read the Ten Commandments.
The the lobster commandments.
Yeah, the Lobster Commandments. And the Lord's bidding. Yeah, these are so good too, and like it. Yeah, it's all just strictly entertainment. It's all silly and goofy because that's really what we are. But we love heavy music too, and that's really, I guess that's just Pito Pakeeto. Heavy music while still being goofy.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a nice blend because even like more prominent like musicians like they've even had like they started out or had side project bands that were comedy, but nobody really knows about them unless you really deep dive into them. So,
Yeah, I know for me personally, like my job is pretty serious, so when I'm not at work, I just want to have fun and I don't want to be serious when I'm trying to have
yeah.
fun. So I think that's where a lot of it comes from too.
He's a little Cyndi Lauper, dude. He just wants to have
Wants to have
fun.
fun, man.
Now, being an unsigned and independent band, what are some challenges that you guys face today, if any? And how does like this more like do it yourself like ethic influence your sound and visual identity?
I think it's cool because we can basically do whatever we want. We don't have to follow anybody's rules but our own. Like we just well, Jimbo's out of town a lot for work, but me, Ode, and Aaron were practicing, and we recorded it. And I was like, "Hey, this sounds pretty good. I think I'm gonna like mix and master and just put it out really quick." And that was like all spur of the moment. And that's right now. I was looking at our stats on DistroKid or whatever, and that's our most listened to thing.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, it's cool because we don't have to follow any rules. The hard part about it is we also don't have like the support of like a record label or whatever when it comes to like
Yeah.
booking shows or like
Yeah.
financing
Having
stuff.
to do it all
So
ourselves.
yeah, everything we do we have to do for ourselves. But
Yeah, that's
I
the
guess in
biggest.
the long run, if things work out, it'll be cool that we're our own bosses. But I don't know. Who knows what'll happen?
The money,
Yeah.
the finances part is the hardest part.
I think it's good though.
Because
It creates thick skin for, us in general. You don't have to get too used to relying on somebody to do everything for you. And the fact that we can do it within ourselves, it's
And we can
great.
pick whatever
Great.
shows we want to play too.
yeah, it's cool that you guys as a three-piece can do a lot of stuff without me too. Because it's like I don't have to be strained so much to like, oh man, am I gonna be able to fly home in time to go to that gig or whatever? You know, like in between.
Not necessarily.
No, but I'll be driving from San Diego to that next one in
Yeah.
where is it? Hollywood or
Yeah,
wherever.
there's certain songs we don't do live just because it sounds way, but like a lot of the Leviathan Lobster stuff, it was actually designed for two guitars, so
Out of respect.
a lot of them sound empty without Jimbo there, so we only do like a couple.
Certain stuff.
Okay. Now speaking of your current lineup and formation, I know that your lineup has kind of changed or I guess evolved since you guys formed. Now, how does your current lineup shape the sound of your most recent album compared to earlier releases?
Oh, quite drastically, I would say.
Well, that's live. So for the actual album recording, a lot of the drums were recorded prior to Aaron's arrival. But live, I have nothing but praise to say. Aaron's a
Yeah.
beast behind the kit. It's amazing.
Yeah, he adds this whole other element to these songs that didn't even know existed until he started playing them, which is really fucking cool.
Oh, that's another reason I put out the Trace Pito, the live thing I was just talking about. Because I wanted something out with Aaron on drums. I'm like, we need something out there with Aaron on. So I'm just gonna put this out real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, quick little practice session,
Yeah.
recorded, and then let Aaron shine
No, man.
outside of the shows.
No, it's a pleasure to be here, and I mean, just to get the opportunity and everything. Even my girl was looking at me like I was like a giddy little schoolgirl, all happy about it. Coming home with merch right off the bat, like
Yeah.
after first practice,
Well,
and
we pedoed him out.
just
Like,
I was even nervous.
at the
Like, do
beginning.
you guys like what I'm doing? And right away, it's like, yeah, do you want the job? I'm
Yeah,
like,
when
yeah, let's go.
when we were looking for a new drummer, well, Aaron was like my idea when we were first forming the band to be our first drummer. But then our other drummer was like kind of pulled the homie card, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I'll give you the spot. But when it came to the point where we were looking for another drummer again, I was like, Aaron immediately popped in my head. And before we even opened auditions to like the public, I text Aaron. I'm like, hey, we're looking for someone. If you want the spot, like I wanted to see if you're interested. And then we did the first practice and basically just offered it him right there.
yeah, it was pretty
Yeah.
much it.
Yeah, he got first bid at it.
Yeah, crushed it.
I'm so
That's
happy.
awesome, though.
Yeah. And then there's like older like Chase as like the original guitar player.
Oh yeah, when we
Originally-
first started on bass.
Yeah, it started out just bare bones. It was just the three of us. Well, it started out really him and Chase came up with the idea in like a week, and then I went over to the house, and then like we finished recording the rest of the first two, the EP and the album, and then we're like, oh, we should make this an actual band.
Yeah.
So then we recruited other bandmates, and later on Elwood joined, Chase left, and then Richie hopped on the lead guitar and singing. So it all kind of worked out. I really like the lineup that we have right now, even though you guys are massive and I feel so small, especially right now. So,
He's so close yet so far.
yeah.
I'm only this far because there's not enough room back.
I know, and it takes half the broken too.
If he sits all the way back, he's gonna get stuck.
Right?
That way.
Into the void.
Between the cheeks.
Now, the Metal Archives, for your, I guess, band, it mentions that you guys have like a evolving mythos. Now, is there something that you guys plan more long term for this? Or I guess could future releases maybe expand on the universe that you have so far even
Yeah, I think
further?
we're gonna do a lot of follow-up albums. So the Greasy Beef EP was like more of that power violent sound. We kind of want to go back to that. Then the self-titled is more like skate thrash, so we want to do a follow-up to that called Pito 2.
We're gonna do
Or
another.
yeah, or Dos Pito or something
We're
like
gonna do
that.
another horror punk style record. The follow up Creep.
Yeah, the Evil Dead EP was
Okay,
our
Evil
horror
Dead
punk
EP,
one.
yeah.
So we have a few ideas in mind for that. We're gonna just kind of stick with the Misfits like B horror theme. Um,
Yeah,
and
maybe
then
next year we'll do Leviathan
Do
too.
another Leviathan.
yeah, there's actually probably about 3 or 4 songs from the Leviathan Lobster God album that we didn't get time to record.
Yeah, we'll do the final
So
cut.
we want to
Mhm.
either do a final cut or like buttery B-sides or something, just to because I want those songs out. They're tight.
Yeah.
But so with that album we set a album drop show before we had finished recording. So
Yeah.
we were on a
Gotta
pinch.
put it together.
Yeah, hence why Richie and I were in the studio recording
Yeah.
until like
I'm on
5,
drums
6
on
a.m.
like 80% of that album.
Yeah.
Actually.
That's why the lyrics got super silly near the end. We're just like, just say Cult of the Molt, like all over and over again, and we'll just keep going. Join us, feed him, whatever, molt him.
But yeah, so lots of follow-up albums, and then like I said, we're gonna do the Doom Stoner thing, so it's gonna be a whole new element. We get to because Elwood's got like a whole album written already, and then I've got some new ideas too.
The Grave Titan chapters. It's gonna be the doom metal record. Because
Oh.
I had a doom metal band before this called Grave Titan. So yeah, Richie was like, "I like this stuff. Let's put it out." And I was like, "I've got it all. Let's fucking do it."
Yeah, that was the same
Yeah.
premise behind Evil Dead. Like the Evil Dead
Yeah.
Creep EP were older horror punk songs that Richie and I had from a previous band, and then we added some more. So it's like the same idea. It's just like it's not recycled or reused. It's just like finally finding the right sound for those songs that were previously like
Yeah.
played and written.
And I even was like a part of that one too for a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Could have leaked.
just play drums. Damn it. I'm only here for drums. That's it.
No,
We love you, Aaron.
It'll be cool.
I think that's enough. No.
No, it's cool now because now we have Aaron to like, because a lot of the first stuff was like superior drums, like programs kind of written as an idea that was like a base point for our previous drummer, but now we have Aaron that's like
He is a drum machine.
yeah, like we don't need a drum machine anymore to kind of fill in and then just play like this live or play as close as you can get to this live. You know, he can write put his own stank on it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't
It's
like
pretty stanky.
I don't like AI. Like the real stuff. The real stuff.
Real deal. He is a real deal drummer.
Get on, man.
That's great. Now how do audiences typically react live to, I guess, the mixture of your music with having like this extreme metal brutality and having these, I guess, more absurd themes? Like, do you find it breaks barriers or, I guess, challenges expectations or
We're still kind of new in our area compared to a lot of the other bands that are around. So even we've been around for like 2.5 years now, and there's still lots of people, even when we play in our hometown, it's their first time seeing us.
Yeah, but
So
they
then,
love us.
yeah. Once we
We
start
get
playing,
such
they're
a-
kind of like, we start playing and they're just kind of standing there, and then by the end of the show, they're like literally screaming.
They're wanting encores and wanting more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the last show,
Yeah.
they're like, play this one song that we did again.
Yeah.
Just to play Dingus again.
Yeah, they want us
Yeah.
to play
Yeah,
the song
well,
again.
at the first show, I had a friend show up that, I occasionally see when I go to the store and because she works there at the store. So I see her and I told her, yeah, she's an artist also. She goes, are you guys playing this week? And I go, yeah, we're playing on a Wednesday. She showed up. She popped in for about 20 seconds, maybe about 2 songs because she had to go somewhere. But she told me, she sent me a message the next day. She told me, God, that was the most people I've ever seen in the sewer, which is San Sushi. It's in Ventura right here. It's a little dive bar that we played. And she said, "Oh my God, that was the most people I've seen on a Wednesday night there." And they were pretty much all, just people there to see us, and hang out and see Killborn and the other bands that they all did great. Yeah,
that's
And that's
awesome,
how
especially
long
for
Pito
weeknight.
songs are too. They're 10 seconds, 20 seconds. does allow you to watch
3 songs in like a minute.
Yeah. Well, not on Leviathan. On
No.
on Leviathan, they're like the whole song is 20 seconds now.
The length of a
We kind
hot dog,
of doubled the length.
They-
Yeah, right.
they
You
made
went from the
it
bacon wrapped street
the length of
dog
a-
to like a Dodger dog,
Punch.
right? Little street taco to like a bigger size, super taco, king taco, right?
Oh my god.
That greasy beef.
danger dog.
A
is what
sludge.
a danger dog.
Right? Beware the mark.
Mark
Now,
Dog.
kind of more as like a final question here. Now what's next for the band after this most recent album, aside from the releases that you guys mentioned you want to do? As far as like live performances go, do you intend on maybe pushing the satire even further, or do you ever plan on adding something a little bit more serious?
I definitely want to do some more serious stuff too. 'Cause we don't have too much of that in our albums, but I mean that's cool. I don't want to just be a how's it like 100% joke band.
Yeah,
Um,
it's more about just the things that we find humorous rather than just trying to force feed satire down people's throats. You know, it's just this is what we think is funny. We hope you find it funny, but we're also like we take ourselves seriously, but not as like in
It
this
also
like
just
serious
depends
way.
like our mood when we
Yeah.
write a song.
Yeah,
With, like some of the lyrical content. But yeah,
Sure.
this year, I think I just want to book a bunch of shows for us.
More shows.
At least put out 1 or 2 more releases, especially now that we got Aaron.
Yeah.
We want to do the Doomstoner thing. I think that's going to be our immediate next thing.
yeah.
And then we've been talking about doing that other stuff for a while. So actually start, and I just bought a bunch of new guitars, so I kind of want to start playing those and start writing. This inspirational.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I try to go more deeper into the satirical stuff, especially with Lobster God. Like our release show, like I wanted to add a lot more theatrics to it. So like I bought everybody red robes and like we came out and we have like these little like rosary beads that are lobsters, right? And then here grab the little guy right there, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, we got this dude
yeah.
here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
My kids love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we passed those out. There's got a little guitar pick, a Pito Pakeeto guitar pick
Yeah.
hanging on him.
Then I printed out a bunch of these like little pamphlets that have the whole grimoire in there. So I leaned heavy into the satire for that, just because I thought it'd be cool. I thought it'd be fun. But
Jimbo was literally out on the streets of Ventura in a robe, passing those out on Halloween.
well, yeah. So we planned the show to be the day after Halloween because that was like the perfect time we could do the venue. So it was like, oh, it's perfect to lean into like the red robe, lobster cult, whole shtick of it, right? And then I was just downtown walking around handing out a bunch of those little booklets to everybody. And now I travel across the country all the time and I hand them out everywhere. And I'm starting to get them thrown back at me because people think it's real. So I'm like, oh, so we have to like revamp it. And like, yeah, we
Oh
I have
my
to like throw
God.
all our links.
I don't want your lobster religion,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
Well,
What is this, a menu?
dude, I'll be like in the south
that
somewhere,
so
and then dudes are like, "What is this?" Oh,
You need Jesus.
dude.
Y'all need Jesus. Y'all
Yeah.
need lobsters.
And I'm like, it's not that serious, man.
Oh, it's what I need is some butter. I'm telling them I just need
We
some.
probably should have put our Instagram link on there.
Yeah, I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna put all our links
So
back.
nowhere in that pamphlet does it say our
Yeah,
band name.
it doesn't link us to.
Just realized that, right?
It's just it literally just talks about a giant lobster god.
Christ and God. I don't care. It's just
Gonna end up in the Vatican.
Yeah, right. It's already there. It's already in the basement, in the crypts, dude.
Love it.
But yeah, the short answer is a lot more shows. We plan on a lot more shows ASAP.
Yeah, we want to do more LA shows, definitely. We've been doing a lot of Ventura County-based shows.
Yeah, we kind of skipped LA. Like we do Ventura, and then we've gone to OC a couple of times, the Doll Hut. But then like,
Oh, the doll hut's so cool.
yeah, we love the
Shout
Doll
out to
Hut.
those guys, dude.
Yeah,
Those guys are
place.
fucking awesome.
And then one day in the future, we'll go on tour somewhere, maybe on the East Coast or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Japan. Yeah.
Yeah. Bring the kite, bring the
I think
lobster
German
kite
speak
to the
the-
Japan,
We'll
to
play-
Japan. Fight Godzilla.
We'll play walking. Go to Norway.
Walking.
Oh god.
Is it in Norway? I think it happens in Germany.
No, I mean I don't know wherever. I'm just saying we'll go to Norway one day.
I mean, they have different festivals there too, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And
We've never
it's
played like
always
a
good
super
to
big show. Yeah.
it's always
Germans
good
love
to
metal.
like dream big and stuff like that. So,
Yeah. Don't
but
stop.
thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure interviewing with you guys, and I definitely wish you the best of
Thanks for
luck.
having us.
Thank you.
Right?